Welcome to the MicroMolar Podcast, Biotech Headlines Series. Today is Wednesday, May 13th, 2026.
Let's get into our key signals for today.
Isomorphic Labs raised more than $2 billion to expand its AI-driven drug discovery work. The size of the round makes Alphabet's Biotech one of the best-funded AI drug discovery companies in the world.
Tessera reported in vivo gene editing data, showing an infusion edited about 85% of blood cells in a sickle cell model. If this translates to humans, it could point toward an off-the-shelf alternative to complex ex vivo CRISPR therapies.
Kyverna began a rolling FDA submission for its autoimmune CAR-T therapy in stiff person syndrome. This is a major regulatory milestone for the use of CAR-T beyond cancer.
FDA Commissioner Marty Makary resigned after a turbulent tenure. The leadership change creates uncertainty for drug approvals, biologics policy, and FDA reform efforts.
The EU reached a provisional deal on a Critical Medicines Act. The legislation aims to strengthen drug supply security and reduce dependence on fragile global supply chains.
Fosun paid $60 million for an option on Bio's Phase 3 Alzheimer's asset. The deal shows continued interest in Alzheimer's despite the high clinical risk and crowded regulatory debate.
Merck KGaA raised guidance as clients stockpile materials tied to Iran war disruptions. The update shows how geopolitical shocks can quickly move upstream into pharma supply chains.
Iran war disruptions are beginning to affect the pharmaceutical supply chain. Rising energy and logistics pressure could eventually feed into drug manufacturing costs.
Boehringer made a potential €407 million bet on Immunitas's inflammatory disease asset. The deal reinforces pharma's continued appetite for inflammation and immunology programs.
Pfizer and Arvinas handed an underwhelming breast cancer drug to Rigel. The move suggests the original partners are deprioritizing the asset, while Rigel looks for a repositioning opportunity.
Valneva plans to lay off up to 15% of its workforce amid weakness in the travel vaccine market. The cuts show how post-pandemic vaccine companies remain exposed to demand swings.
Takeda discontinued another nausea and vomiting program, leaving it 0 for 4 in the category. The repeated failures suggest Takeda may need to rethink its approach in this indication.
Bayer's CEO says the company will make a careful but aggressive return to pharma M&A. The comments suggest Bayer is ready to rebuild its pipeline through targeted external deals.
Lilly is positioning low-dose Zepbound and Foundayo as weight loss maintenance options. This could help the company extend obesity treatment beyond initial weight loss into long-term chronic management.
Galapagos is transforming into lakefront biotherapeutics after prior setbacks. The rebrand signals a major attempt to reset strategy, pipeline focus, and investor perception.
HHS transparency push is facing criticism after disclosure gaps around vouchers and vaccine-related papers. The controversy matters because trust in federal health agencies remains fragile.
MRD is being promoted as a decision engine for oncology trial design. While sponsored, the concept reflects a broader push to use biological markers to make cancer trials faster and more adaptive.
Isomorphic's massive raise raises key questions about its business model, pipeline ownership, and pharma partnerships. Investors will be watching whether the company can turn AI capability into actual drug candidates.
Blackstone's Anagram investment reflects continued private equity interest in cystic fibrosis complications. The focus is moving beyond core CFTR correction toward reducing the broader burden of disease.
Avalo has a Phase 2 win and a $375 million raise, which gives the company a chance at a turnaround. The market is rewarding biotechs that pair credible data with enough capital to execute.
Windward Bio's $165 million raise advances a China-derived asthma drug into Phase 3. The financing reinforces the trend of Western-backed companies globalizing Chinese-origin assets.
The small team, big check, China asset biotech model continues gaining traction. This structure is becoming one of the clearest capital-efficient templates in the current biotech market.
Angelini's $4.1 billion Catalyst acquisition continues the wave of neurology-focused M&A. Rare neurology remains attractive because approved assets can offer durable revenue and strong strategic fit.
That's all for today on the MicroMolar Podcast, Biotech Signals series.
Visit micromolar.com for more information. See you next time.